Hey guys, hey everyone. So guys, guess what now? I didn't watch this interview with Jason Lee and Blueface and Jaden, right? Now I won't be giving a full review on it. Now it's other content creators who do a full review and do a great job at it. But I will be breaking it up in bits and pieces, okay? So if you want to stay for that, stay for it, okay? Because I'm here for it, all right? Now, the interview, I must say, was a good interview. All right, it was good. Now, Jason asked all the right questions with his extra messy butts, so we already knew that was coming. And in my opinion, you know, they filled in some of the empty spaces. You know what I mean? Uh, I was so enlightened on the whole entire situation, right, from start to finish. One, because I think Blueface was laying it out and being so honest. Although he leaves a very bitter taste in my mouth. Um, Another one, Jaden, she cleared up some things as well, like the whole situation with her living with Carlissa. Now I can imagine it would have been quite challenging to make that work for the betterment, you know, because we see how Carlissa acts on the internet and stuff. I just know it was challenging. Woo. Anyways, now I'm gonna start with Blueface leaving her around that time, right? She was pregnant. Jaden was pregnant, and she was in the house with Carlissa. So he was in the streets, going, running the streets, bopping, you know, and with Krishan, of course. Now, okay, y'all. Jaden came across in this interview like she would accept Blueface cheating if he came home every night. Am I the only one that picked that up? I really did. And Blueface, is so predictable because it's like everything that he's doing, they already know. She already know who he is. She know what type of guy she's dealing with, and she's willing to accept it. In my opinion, um, now I can't make sense of all that. If he can go out and cheat and just come home to me, I can't make sense of that in my head, y'all. uh, Now, when they first met, I understand, he wasn't famous, and both of them basically lived as normal people. They were just living their life. But then Jonathan turned into Blueface, and everything in Jaden's world seemed like it changed. And for the life of me, y'all, I don't know what would make her just take it. I'm not with the whole, well, they got kids. She was young when they got together. No way. Now that only works for a little while, okay? For a certain little a time in my world. I'm a realist, and I'm not one of those. I'm gonna lay down and take your mess because I'd rather have you. No, no, no. Because now at this point to me, she's a willing participant. Okay, and Blueface is just out here playing games. And to me, he comes across selfish, and she is selfishly still putting up with it because when Jason Lee started to talk about his infidelities with Krishan, y'all, and how that whole little situation played out, Blueface lit up like a Christmas tree, and he wanted to tell his side of the story and make himself feel, like he the man or something, in my opinion. And Jaden just as crazy, feeding his little ego uh, at her own expense. And I don't know if she realized it or not, because during this whole entire video, it was he was selfishly explaining some things, and it seemed like he was doing it without even considering that the woman he's sleeping with is right there, that he's alleging to care about. It was kind of weird to me. Um, I just want to know, is it something wrong with Jaden's self-esteem to keep smiling and taking it, y'all? I don't want to hear about she needs him for the money, because you know what? During the interview, she said she packed up her kids and moved out the house. Okay, anybody that watched it, y'all saw that part, and got her own spot. Okay, so that's not a reason why she's staying with him. While he was doing whatever he was doing, with Krishan in the streets, she did that. So nothing is stopping her from doing it this time. Then her career is taking off too. So I don't think she don't have no excuse at this point. To me, Blueface don't have respect for women in general. On any level. He come across like he has some sort of pimp mentality. Mentality. I'm sorry, in my opinion, because the way he do women, even his mama. Now she's not the perfect mama, but even the way he talk about her on the internet, and when she did the whole picture thing, he was right there, in the mix, and in some kind of weird way to me. But anyways, they talked about um, they talked about the money, right? And during the interview, Jason Lee asked him, was the money ever put in Krishan's name? And he said he set up and said no, like heck no, basically. uh, he said that wasn't the plan from the start. Basically, whatever she wanted, she got basically, and but she had to go through him, right? And that's the whole setup. The chains, the rings, tattoos, all that was bought and facilitated by Blueface. Now, Blueface kept saying he was just managing her, right? No, Negro, you was controlling her, in my opinion. That was all control. The whole setup was all control. Because he didn't try to get her a bank account after that. You know what I mean? He didn't try to help her get an ID, or I'm not saying that he's her daddy, but you was acting like you was. You know what I mean? Help her out if that was the setup. But Jason Lee asked Blueface, did Krishan think she was working for her man? Because that's what it looked like. And he said, you weren't only managing her, you was also sleeping with her and Jaden. That would be confusing to a lot of people, right? I ain't one of them though. Let's clear that up, because I ain't one of them. But anyways, he claimed not zero of the dollars that him and Krishan made was spent by Jaden. I say that's a lie, in my opinion. Jaden was pretty much, eating off of the money Krishan and him made, and that's just allegedly and all in my opinion. Because if he was the only one with a bank account, Jaden had access to it. So at what point do you, Blueface, try to um, help Krishan out in a way that will benefit her and not just you? Hmm? We didn't see that part happening. Now I say, as long as they were together in a relationship, y'all, and having some kind of dealings, it wasn't gonna happen. He was not gonna try to help her to in a way to benefit herself. Now, when Jason Lee brought up the situation with Jaden and the sister wife, it was kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie, but Jaden wanted to prove a point, and she said it in the interview. The Narc and Blueface jumped at the chance to add another woman to the relationship, and it turned messy. Who would have imagined that? Now, why do Jaden feel proving that she's number one and not the only one is a big flex? Will never make sense to me. Now, I'm gonna be honest. That seems more stressful than anything to me. Jaden and Krishan is more like y'all than people try to make it out to be, and that's just my opinion. Jason said Krishan tried to talk to one of his friends while Blueface and her were together. I say good for her. She gave the guy her number, but Jason Lee said he put a stop to it. Blueface tried to stay kind of composed while Jason Lee was saying that part of the story. You know, and he said that Blueface said, well, he said that's how she always been. So it ain't nothing new to him, basically. Um, I guess that's another reason he claiming that the baby is not his. So Jason asked Blueface, why did he keep choosing Krishan over Jaidyn, someone who never cheated, right? And that was a good question, I think. So Blueface responds, because it was unbelievable. Huh? What? What do that mean? Unbelievable. Did he even answer the question? No, he didn't, in my opinion. He did not answer that question. What I learned from this interview is Blueface loves to talk about himself. What do y'all think about Blueface saying he only went back to Jaden because Krishan started moving funny and traveling? So basically, what I got from that is Krishan started using her brain, and that's just my opinion, and he didn't like it. Um, Another thing brought out was the whole baby shower thing, right before Krishan Jr. was born. So basically, Blueface wanted to have a baby shower, and he asked Jason Lee to help him coordinate that and get it set up, right? So Jason Lee, in fact, did that. So he set the Blueface up and Krishan in a group text with, someone who would coordinate that for them, right? And the only person that was responding per Jason Lee is Blueface, right? In the whole text message thread. Krishan wasn't. So, like I said, that can mean um, a few things, in my opinion, you know. But what do y'all think is the reason why Krishan wasn't responding and she started moving the way she did? I think something transpired behind the scenes, and Blueface just didn't want to talk about it during this interview. That's just my opinion, and that's why Krishan wasn't responding. Um, this was a very good interview, y'all. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you go on over there and watch it. If you have 3 hours out your day to just sit back and watch a very good interview, because it was very good. Um, it was definitely majority about Krishan and Blueface and clearing up what's his side of their relationship or situationship, whatever you want to call it. Jaden was just looking like a fool, in my opinion. She was just sitting there, in her own little world. Now, side note, do he make her wear sunshades so we won't, as viewers, see how sad she be looking? Because she kind of was looking at the floor, majority of the time, and it was kind of, sad, to watch her face and body language. That her face and body language to me was speaking volumes, y'all, during this interview. And I don't think Blueface cared one bit, in my opinion. That'll do it for now. Catch me on the next one. Like the video, leave your girl a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I don't know what you're waiting on. Um, that'll do it for now, guys. Have a good one and make that good one on purpose. Bye for now.